any longer. Hopefully my internet just there we go. All right, we're good. Welcome everyone. Welcome back to D&D on a Monday. We are back with the light slash monstrous 5 4 slowly becoming 4. Unfortunately, yet again, our dearest Goji has vanished. Like the wind, he will be here in another 3 or 4 sessions, we hope.
See,
Let's be
Goji gets very
fair, it's more
distracted.
like the monstrous 4.5, even when Goji's here.
Wow!
Oh,
Oh, talking some mad shit. Alright. I'll make sure Goji gets to see this and takes this to personal.
Goji versus Robert fight win.
Oh, I'm down for the Bastion and Goji fight. I'm so down.
OSM wrestle.
I will love to watch Goji get eaten.
must establish a hierarchy in the party as monsters.
By eating the lowest ranked?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's just fucked up. Goji has no. That means that you guys are treating Rylos with more sincerity.
Rylos isn't part of the hierarchy.
No,
That's how low he is. He's off the list.
Sometimes being forgotten at work has its benefits.
Imagine we have a cork board with like all of us lined up. Rylos is like his page is sitting on the floor. We didn't have a thing to pin it.
Oh, good. Okay, that's kind of you.
We didn't have any extra. We only had 5.
But yeah, so last time we left off, the party had a unique session. With the DM really just left flabbergasted with what to do at the very end, and ending a little bit earlier than expected because somehow Monday continues to stump me.
We're the best.
We the best.
That's what we're supposed to do, right?
Now, in all fairness, my brain isn't dead this Monday, as I didn't have nearly as much, so we're good today and should be able to run a full session without me getting stumped by Daka again for the 3rd time. But yeah, so last time we left off, the party having summoned a new law into the world, and then unsummoning it, Daka got an egg shoved in his chest and turned into a divine candidate, or potentially just mush. Really, it's a D100 roll to question that later on. Goji was human for a moment.
He was.
And now will be human the entirety of the session as as a punishment while he stays in the base and the rest of the party leaves him behind. But yeah, we come back to the party after really just dealing with those gods as their main situation. I really can't remember much else personally from that session. Yeah, so we come back the following day. The party having taken a long rest in the night or in the between the times. Daka still having his burnt mark on his chest in the shape of an egg. Goji walking around still as a simple green-haired looking young human male. No scales, very unclean looking, but otherwise human. As you kind of look about, the mine is as busy as usual with the orcs continuing to patrol the upper areas, watching for any potential intruders. Your warlock friend continuing to use his new scrying setup to make sure that none come near without either being turned away with illusionary magic or to be captured. If necessary. Rylos having vanished once again, still on the hunt for Tictric's request. The vampires having sent confirmation to Sieko of the actions of the tomb, or well, now the tomb of the old fire giants in the Isle of Man. And otherwise, yeah. We come back to you lot kind of relaxing, waking up, gathering together at a table. Food, drink being set out as you lot kind of start to plan your next move.
Okay. Well, after we eat, we may as well go check out the now cleaned Isle of Man. I got the call back from the vampires. There's no one there yet.
Okay.
Interesting.
Let's go.
I didn't know it was this Isle of Man dangerous? Before?
No, it was dead for a while.
It was dead.
It was killing everything for a while.
Oh. But why? Was it always like that?
No.
No.
Some hawking guy did it, I think.
Nah, I keep hearing that same name. I wonder if it's the same guy over and over again. He does a lot of stuff, apparently.
Very evil man, truly.
Yeah, call
Maybe-
me
maybe I
the
shouldn't
monster.
freed him.
You guys hear suddenly as the top of the stronghold that had been molded or earthed over opens up as the sounds of Rylos' voice carries on the air as he talks to the Red Orcs coming down and kind of waves and looks at Goji and kind of ignores him and comes back to sit down at the table, grabs a plate of food and a drink, and just starts eating as he's sitting there, listening in.
Well, did you find them?
Rylos just kind of looks at you and goes, "Huh? What?"
The Smith.
I was... Oh! He kind of stands up, turns back in the hallway, and starts walking.
Nice.
And you hear suddenly a shout. I did find the kid, but I'll go take care of this real quick.
I'm
No,
gonna take
tell,
his
what,
money.
you gotta tell me more
Starts
stuff.
heading up the stairs.
I'm gonna walk up right next to him and tell him that
You're
I'd like to know now, please.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, he went to go join the House of Firecrust as a new smith. It was confirmed that they were looking to hire on some new magic makers.
So you're saying you failed?
Well, no, you said to find him. I found him. He's
Nope,
on the
I told
ship.
you to hire him. I very clearly said to hire him.
He pulls out a little notebook out of a little pocket
Oh,
of his
nope.
jacket and starts like reading his notes and goes, "Now I have it written right here. It says find."
Nope.
In his
Yeah,
head,
if you go,
he's
if you
just
go up
gonna
and see what
hear,
my request was, it was to hire.
you heard him tell you to hire him.
I heard find.
He closes
Shut
the
up, Dagger.
notebook
Of
and
course
puts
you-
it in his pocket and goes, "I'll be back." He continues walking up the stairs. You hear as he jumps out and disappears out back into the world.
Doc was gonna grab his plate.
I handled the picture.
Wait, you handle it to... Oh, okay, sorry.
This
So we're
man has not
going
been
to
helpful.
the fire giant's house, right?
I guess so.
That's the idea.
Might have some cool
Alright.
stuff there. Fire giants are known for some hoarding like magic items, right?
Crafting by nature.
I remember
Right.
seeing a fire giant lady once. She was hot.
When was this?
Thanks, Daka.
God damn it.
I don't recall this.
Fuck you,
I didn't
Cook.
lie. It was a bad. I don't care about that joke. I'm just, when did he meet a fire giant?
He didn't.
He's just making it
He's
up.
bullshitting to be an asshole. I'll give you credit. God damn, that was good. That was quick.
All right, Docker can walk. Docker can walk there.
Oh,
no,
he'll
he's
just use
got his rock.
Yeah, he can ride his rock. That's fine.
Well, Goji's the captain of the ship.
No, he's not.
Nope. I
That's
am
right.
now. I
I'm
am
the
the captain
captain
now.
of the ship.
No,
Nope,
no.
I am the captain now.
The true king deems it's.
I don't care. I'll throw you down a well again.
No, yeah.
What?
I'm not gonna.
Very same.
And you've already done that before.
Bullying, bro.
I said again.
All right, let's go to the firehouse.
All right, then.
All right. As you lot start to head up above ground, heading up the stairway all the way up to the warehouse building that has been set up, some materials are being set aside as some of the mithril bars are being processed off to the side. Some iron bars have been set along. Some minor explosives have been set in a crate to the one side.
Anything interesting? Unique?
Well, you do notice that they are keeping it from the same corner where George Bush was and where the hole was that had the void mines, Vorpal mines in there. As you can see, the hole has been covered up and marked with a small sign that says "Do not touch." And it reads specifically under their PS, DACA, do not touch.
Yeah, that check.
But you know, as you look about, nothing really. It's just some basic stuff of what you'd expect in any smithing shop. Some basic tools, some casts to shape basic swords, axes, a little bit of cheap lumber to turn into handles, and some basic leather, just to get you kind of started with some gear.
All right. Onto the ship, I guess.
Yes. 1 second. I'm just pulling up something real quick. I have a sheet I'm looking for. Yeah. So as you lot head up, where is my fucking bookmark? As you lot head up on your or up the ladder, immediately the Moldarth opens up, and as you climb up, it closed behind you. Goji staying behind in the stronghold for the time being, as his affliction, you realize, makes him much weaker. You spot in the distance Rylos kind of pushing weeds aside, like smacking at things with his sword as he's continuing his trail. Huh?
Where's he going?
West.
West. Okay.
You know, you said to go higher, the person. So where do you think?
Yeah, I
he's
did.
going?
He's got this.
I like that direction. It's my favorite.
It's your favorite direction, Taka?
Yep.
Why
I
is it
like
your favorite
west
direction?
Because it starts with W for win.
That's pretty good reasoning.
You're both morons.
What?
Well, I'm the party leader, you said so, and you can't be a party leader if you're stupid. Now can you, Bastion?
I think he's got you there, Bastion.
That's just not
Daka,
true.
roll an intelligence check.
6.
Yeah, no, that's accurate. You fully believe that.
All right. Onto the ship.
I agree with Sieko. That's just not true.
No,
Who's the party leader? You said it was me.
I don't recall this happening.
Trick raised the. He can find
Trying to.
as you go to activate, what do you say to activate the thing, the ship?
Hey, Robert, how do you activate? Bastion, how did you activate the ship when you had it?
I don't think it ever had an activation. But I don't know. It went straight to Goji, I believe.
No, you used it originally, so you would know.
I thought this one didn't have an activation word.
I didn't say it did. I'm just asking you.
You can just say whatever you want.
I didn't say it did. I'm just asking you in general, my
What do you-
man.
Yep. Rise.
As Dick Dick holds out his hand, the little mini boat on a chain kind of starts to expand. Not ever increasing the weight, but just expanding out from his hand slowly. As now it looks like he's holding the ship in his hand at full size. Merely it is floating as it knocks over the rocks that had been kind of set to the sides of the indent in the crater. And starts to
Oh,
kind
that's
of
pretty
push
cool.
the dirt to the side a little bit as well where it hits. Yeah, and the ship.
No, but you've grounded the ship, Dick Trick.
It flies. It's fine. Onto the ship, everybody.
I mean, yeah.
I think was this it? Nope. Sorry, I'm just trying to find something. Should've
I don't know. I think sniff feet was the right one.
All right. Didn't have to do me like that.
Oh man, that's
messed up. You're my least favorite for the today.
I feel like I always am.
You just keep doing this.
All right.
Well, no, remember right at the end of last session, I took everybody's least favorite.
Oh yeah, you did.
I can do.
As you lot start head. God damn it. Oh.
No.
This reminds me of a video my buddy sent me of his cat this morning. His wife took a video of him napping, and they had chili the night before, and the cat was laying its head right into his ass, and as he let one go, it jumped off the bed and ran out of the room because it was scared from the sound. I don't imagine waking up from that as an alarm. That I got run too. Anyways, so as the ship activates and it starts to float up, you immediately, Tiktrick, feel and hear the ship start to speak to you in your head, and it asks what direction, as it speaks in your native tongue.
Oh, strange. All right, Sieko, where is it?
The Isle of Man.
Yeah, with man. Yeah.
Where is that?
Just
If
say
you
that.
say Isle of Man, it'll go.
All right, Isle Man. I haven't used a ship like this before. Okay, guys.
Why don't you just say to go to the dungeon we're supposed to go to?
Well, what's the name of the dungeon, Daka?
I don't think our party knows the name of the dungeon.
You can try
We
and
just-
roll history checks for it.
Honestly, we know there is a dungeon. None of us have ever been there.
Because I was told it's a very famous dungeon.
I'll roll it.
Alright.
That's a natural 20 plus 121.
I rolled a 15.
Daka
Wow.
knows this dungeon specifically
guys,
for some reason.
yeah.
Because of the hot fire giant lady!
I'm not
Buddy,
making that
In
canon.
his head.
Shut up. It's
What?
not happening.
Part is, we only met Fire Giant guys. Even when the other party went there.
Yeah, there wasn't a woman.
There wasn't a single woman. They were all guys.
So,
Hey.
Hanging out with
Bastion,
Daka.
you remember the dungeon was specifically in the far south. As far as the name of it, you're not 100% sure, as the city was renamed into a human city name from its original dungeon's title. Daka, your people live to the northern or to the east of this in Silencia normally, and so historically, while not common knowledge, you know that there was at one point a city called the Crimson City, that something bad happened, and it is supposedly also the same place where the fire giants used to have a embassy. Not a city, but an embassy, and not a dungeon, but an embassy. To specify, it is an embassy, not a dungeon, under a city. I want to make that clear here.
Try to go to the Crimson Sea.
Okay.
I remember that. The fire giant
Crimson
lady
City
told me about
on the
it.
Isle of Man.
All right. As you start, or as you say this, the ship immediately starts going at a faster and faster speed. About roughly an hour goes by as the ship just flies at high speeds. And eventually, as you come to the Isle of Man, floating over it, you all look down and can see it's just barren. There's no cities, no plant life, no nothing. The rivers are all dried up. It's just desert looking. As the ship continues to speed past, cities that were once there are completely gone and vanished. There is no sign of any sort of civilization here. Thank you, Daka. But as you find the ship starts to land, coming to almost an immediate stop over a large hill, just kind of dusting over the vast desert, you see a woman in full plate, in pink skin and long red hair, standing at the entrance to this large hill as the ship comes to a landing. As it slowly starts to lower itself faster and faster, and finally coming close to the ground, you see this woman stands like about 14 feet tall, roughly. You're not exactly sure her weight, but she has a very athletic build, carries a large maul on her back. that the end of it seems to be almost the size of Bastion as you get a good look at it. And she seems to just be covered in head to toe in scars with as far as it goes. As the ship lands, she just kind of stands there in front of the entrance to the hill.
Hello.
She,
I mean,
she looks at Daka and goes, Daka?
Fire giant lady?
She goes, what are you, what, with like utter confusion as you suddenly see the, something appears in her hand almost as if an invisibility spell drops. You see a strange looking, blackened dagger where the blade is very twisted and jagged looking as she kind of sheathes it onto her side. And he goes, what are you doing here? Why would you come to a place like this?
Well, I heard that the Isle of Man got, killed, and I was wondering if y'all were okay.
I mean, I'm fine. I had some vampires I killed, but, that was basically it.
those were my underlings.
I was about to say, I know someone who knows vampires.
Oh, that explains
They were
why
all-
they kept screaming, please don't hurt me.
They were only on a scouting mission.
I was wondering why they, didn't have any weapons or anything. They were really defenseless.
Why'd you
Yeah,
kill them?
They're not fighters.
Oh, they were in in the city with where the king was, and the land's completely devastated. I didn't know if they were responsible.
I just sent them to check if anyone was alive.
Well, they're not.
I needed them.
I mean, you could probably resurrect their bones. Oh, well, actually, no, they're kind of ash now. One of them got away. Taller fellow,
I know.
looked angry.
One had to send me the message that the mission went well.
Claimed his name. They kept saying his name was Azuril, Asmaril, something like that. I don't know. Fancy name. Bugger ran off. I got his finger though. She holds up his middle finger.
Oh, that one wasn't even one of mine. None of mine got away. Excellent. Okay.
Oh, well, yeah. It's well, Daka, were these friends of yours?
Well, I met the vampires. They're all his, but I don't know.
She suddenly kind of grabs at something on her hip and pulls out a leather bag. She sets it on the ground in front of Yusieka, and she kind of bows her head and goes, I apologize, this is the value of their hunt.
I'll grab it, but he's gonna grumble like, the only vampire left is a coward.
She kind of stands back up and goes, well, he's really good at running.
I like running.
What's in the bag, Siako?
What is in the bag?
You don't recognize, as you look at the bag, it doesn't open immediately. It's just a simple leather bag with a frowny face on it.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, a Miss Fire Giant Lady. What is
Yes.
this bag?
It's one of the things I've been carrying around for a while. I call it tickles. You stick your hand in, and on occasion, it tries to lick your hand. It's really weird. But there's about 6,000 gold pieces in there.
I'll just strap that to my side, I guess.
But what? So Daka, why are you and your friends here? Also, why are your friends so unique?
Were you gonna say weird?
Yes.
Of course she was. Everyone
Well-
calls us.
One day,
Yeah,
I
okay,
just
bro.
came across them in a village, and I don't know why I'm with them.
Oh, okay.
He started following us one day.
That's very Daka. Yeah, that makes sense. The same thing
How do you two
happened.
know each other?
Daka, why don't you tell him how we met? I feel like I should probably go gather those bones in the ash for your friend. Give me a minute. As she turns and starts walking back in, I'll be right back so you can hopefully revive them.
Huge
All right.
hunter's mark on her as
All
she
right,
walks away.
it's time.
All right, good to know. Daka, please tell me, how do you know this woman?
Well, one day, as I was traveling around honestly, I don't know where I was, but I came across this little coastal village, and this fire giant lady was there, I kind of got nervous because she was really pretty. But I brought her a blue Hawaiian as a gift because I was told that civilized people like them. And, we got to talking and we went on a walk on the beach. I said something and she hit me, but I understand. A lot of orc women hit orc men, kind of a sign of affection. So, that's how we met. I haven't seen her since then.
A few moments go by as she comes back out with a bag of ash and hands it to you, Sieko. And she looks over and goes, "So I assume Daka squared that up."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't describe a character, but I can pull this out of my ass.
She kind of nods and goes, "So what can I do for you lot? Why come? I mean, you're here for the fire giant embassy, I assume. There's no one down there. Most of them are dead. A lot of traps, though."
He knows how to find traps, and I point at Tick Trick.
Yeah.
Are you
Came
for
here.
hire by chance?
Yes.
Depends on what you need.
Let's say there is a necklace down there I would like, and if you'll get it for me, I'll tell you the combination to their endless safe.
Is the necklace cursed?
No, not in the slightest. If you touch it, as long as you don't attune to it in over an hour.
Can you describe it?
Oh, yeah, of
What
course.
is it?
So gold. It's just a simple gold chain necklace with a purple gemstone in the center. The gemstone has kind of like animalistic, like a lion's head marking onto it. It doesn't do anything, but it's an old royalty artifact that if I present it to the Cloud Giants, I'll be welcomed into the as a noble, basically.
Well, we wanted to go down there anyway, and we want the safe, so I
You
guess.
can have this necklace, too.
Oh,
And I hand over an amulet of Terrasiah.
She kind of looks at it and goes, "I don't worship gods." As she kind of hands it back to you.
Okay.
Plus, the
Understandable.
ring you gave me, well, rather forced onto my finger, is still here. And she holds up. You all see a massive gem stone on it. Looking it over, it's got magical runes carved throughout. The ring itself is just a simple gold band, but it has like purple designs all throughout it that seem to glow as you look at it.
I was told to civilized ladies like those two.
is
What
this
is
what
magic runes?
is this what they call marriage?
I don't know.
Oh no, he accepted marriage as soon as I smacked him upside the head. We've been married for years.
Huh.
We have 2 children. Did Daka not tell any of you this?
Okay,
I
you have
didn't
kids?
think it was necessary to tell them.
Daka doesn't tell us anything. He just kind of keeps following us.
She nods and goes, "Yeah, he learned. He also learned by the elder or one of the main elders for the champions of Pyrrhus. It's his dwarven knowledge is truly just unchallenged. In all honesty, the fact is that he wooed me with his intelligence of dwarven culture and understanding."
Told you guys I was smart, but they don't believe me.
You told us you kept threatening to kill a guy to teach you.
Well,
Yeah.
What are the magic runes? Can I read them or tell what it does? The ring does?
Do you have Eyes of the Runekeeper?
No.
Oh, okay. Let me check your languages.
I have giant if that matters.
It does not.
That's not giant. All right.
It is not. You do not speak it. I don't think anybody in the
Unfortunate.
party speaks Celestial.
I do.
speak Celestial.
I do.
Oh. Yeah.
I do not.
Sieko and Daka, as you read the ring, it states on the ring, At first it's a little rough as the runes have definitely getting rubbed for a while. The ones on the gems seem to be some sort of magic spell that neither of you know what it is. But you can tell it's a very potent spell. With the look of the carving and the design, some of the rune of it looks familiar, but the spell looks to have been changed or altered in some way that you're not familiar enough with. However, the ring portion of it reads, to those who support the Spirit Rager clan and plan to birth the future of the greatness of the power of the storm. And that's
Fair
how it
enough.
reads.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What do you guys think? Should we go try and find this necklace?
Jacob's gonna start walking in. I mean,
I
that's what we
agree.
came here for.
Yep.
Do you have an idea of where it is?
Oh, yeah.
In the embassy.
She goes, it's in the safe, at least it should be. Or it's on the or it's on the prince. I mean, he could be wearing it still. If
So
he's
can we have the combination to get into the safe?
Oh, yes. Oh, the combination for the safe. Sorry. She goes, she pulls off this little dagger and kind of holds it out and goes, any of you bad with knives?
I don't know how to use a knife. Well,
Perfect. And she hands Doc it. Don't use this. It's not it's
Okay.
not a combat knife. It's you put this into the key slot and turn it to the right and it unlocks. She goes, oh, and if you turn it to the left, it destroys the entirety of the magic safe as an item. So just
Okay.
keep that in mind. You don't ever always turn to the right.
to the right, to the right.
So why don't you get it yourself if you had a way in?
You know, you say I had a way in, but I had to go fight my way through a bunch of vampires that attacked me out of nowhere. Well,
You said they were defenseless.
they came screaming out at me at first, so I thought they were attacking me. And then you lot showed up as I was coming out to dust myself off and find
I'm
some
pretty
water.
sure right before you killed them, they were screaming because they were hit by traps and retreating, as I had asked.
Oh yeah, there's traps in the embassy. I mean, that would make sense, unless the door's open by a fire giant from within. However, there is a secret tunnel to get in there if you'd like to just take that. I don't know if it's a trap, but you know, there is one to get straight to the library.
How close is the library to the safe?
It's they're attached to each other, from my understanding.
Then sure, why not?
Should take that then.
Yeah, would you prefer you'd prefer this? Okay. She kind of turns and starts walking over to like a little unmarked hill. You notice a little bit of grass growing on top of it, and she kind of pulls the last of the grass out as the dirt kind of pulls up off of it, and you see a little wooden door. And she kind of opens it, and then she goes, "Yeah, this should work. I saw two humans come running out of here when I originally was coming by." Before the place got closed down. She goes, the place got locked down as I was coming to visit. I just decided it wasn't worth it. I saw the two humans try and take off, and then a lot of yelling and screaming happened. That's pretty much all.
Remember that, Robert?
Just a little.
I still hold a grudge.
Oh, and if you see any sort of like human skull, that's a bad sign. Just keep that in mind.
Why?
Means there's a trap there.
Oh. Okay then.
And she goes, I did hear a voice down there, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I'm gonna go and see if I can't find the rest of that river I was looking for, because if I'm right, then I think I know where something will help for your guys' future if you're planning to use the stuff in that safe. And she kind of starts walking off towards one of the large riverbeds that has fully dried up, leaving the door down into the unlit, dark, barely wooded and barely supported thin hallway. I will mention, Daka and Siaka will not be able to walk straight forward. You will have to shimmy like down shoulder, lengthwise to try and get through. Because the wall or the entrance as you look down is only about 4 feet wide. And given you two are a lot bulkier than that.
This wasn't made for our sizes, was it, guys?
It was when you first started.
I'm going to cast True Seeing on those that I can cast it on.
Everyone but Daka. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
sadly.
Yeah, as each of you suddenly gain true sight, you immediately see a couple of cables further down the tunnel that they're just out of height range for you lot, but you imagine if you were a fire giant, you'd hit it pretty much perfectly. Or some sort of giant. And as looking about, you can see that the wires lead to traps that are hidden through illusionary magic. Nothing that would activate unless though are hit by those wires specifically that are about 15 feet up.
I can't wait to hit these.
I'll lead the way. Someone
You're
tell Doc
you're
where
not
the
tall
traps
enough to
are.
hit them.
No more like you can't wait to run into them on the way out. All right, so Tictric's gonna lead the way, followed by who?
I'll go next.
Okay, Sieko, and then who? Bastion or Doggo?
I'll hold up the back since I can walk normal.
Okay. And Daka, how tall? I thought you were only 12 feet tall.
I don't believe you gave me a limit. Like, you said I couldn't go above, like, 8 feet, so I did 7'5".
Oh, perfect. Then you're fine. Okay.
Yeah, I know what, like, you know, the orcs that we based off of was, but you wouldn't let me go that high to, like, large.
Yes, that's true. And there was a reason for that, and I now remember why. Yeah, so as you lot start to shimmy your way down with Tictric taking the lead, Tictric, give me a perception check to see what you notice.
Okay. 24.
Shocker, the rogue's good at perception.
Wow.
He usually rolls really poorly, though.
I do.
Yeah, so as you start shimming through, you notice in the stones or in the dirt in the wall, you can definitely see handprints of some of smaller creatures that have been kind of shimmied their way up here previously, and what looks to have been a rush in some cases where you notice the dirt has been slightly disturbed.
Like running in or running out?
Running out.
Okay.
As you guys slowly continue down, you can continue to notice all the tripwires are set like at 15 feet exactly above your head, and seem to be set only for taller people. As you can see the magic spells that would be cast from them, but as the tripwires themselves aren't close enough for you to activate, nothing happens.
Perhaps for other giants.
Yes.
Are we able to tell what kind of traps they are?
Magic. That's basically what you can tell.
That's
The runes are on the opposite side of the what you can see where the dispenser is of the spell. So you're not
So I
you
can't read it.
recognize that this is something that would shoot out a spell, but what spell it would be, you'd have to be able to see the ammunition or the other side of the item
I see.
that's buried in the ceiling. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder if there's undead down here.
Maybe.
As you say that, Daka, you suddenly hear in your head, "No undead."
Okay.
Daka just says that out loud.
Yes, absolutely.
Alright. As the party continues down, about 150 feet down under the ground, you finally come to the exit where you find a stiff, like stone door in front of you, Tictric. It's about 7 feet tall and weighs, you'd guesstimate, around 500 pounds and doesn't seem to want to move as you're kind of pushing up against it. But as you look about, you don't see any traps on it. It just looks like it's stiff as you look it over.
Is there a slot for a deck-shaped object?
There's
we
no
insert into
key.
it?
It's just a solid slab of stone that's in the shape of a doorway.
How thick is it? Can I tell?
As you kind of tap on it a few times with your background, you'd guess about maybe roughly 5 to 10 feet thick, probably.
Hmm. And there's no way around. Like, there's no like.
Nope. It's
path.
just a straight. Yeah, it's just you've got dirt on either side of you, and then this one stone block in front of you in the shape of a doorway.
I could mold earth it.
You want to try?
Open sesame.
The door opens. I hate you.
That works.
I fucking hate
Oh,
you.
is that actually just the way to
Yeah.
open it? That's.
I have this written in my notes. It's a gag. Yeah. Because this was something
works.
Hawken almost ended up having to deal with. Yeah. Yeah, the door open, suddenly you just hear rumbling as the entire tunnel starts to shake, and the stone pushes forward and then off to the side as you see books kind of colliding onto the ground. As the stone shoves off to the side, you notice it was basically being blocked by a bookshelf. The dust just blows in, and the smell of stale air and death just comes exploding out. Also, everyone give me a dex saving throw. Not for danger, do not worry. This is just something else.
Quick save.
Do
14.
can
16.
we? All right. It's important that I know if can we see this effect happening.
You can't.
Okay, because that it determines whether I get advantage on it or not.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you can't currently. The rest of the party could.
No, yeah. 14.
Alright, so everyone but Sieko manages to duck as a thing of flies and other insects comes just booming out of this doorway. Sieko, it just smacks into your face and just covers you in bug guts as they go flying out of the tunnel and explode out. This goes on for about 5 minutes until finally they stop and it piddles to an end. The rampant smell of like rotting corpses and just kind of death kind of starts to fill the hallway.
I don't
guess
think
I'm
I've
more
been over
interested
for a
in the fact
while.
that there are bugs here.
I'm here.
I cast precipitation to clean myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
so now you're as stupid as Doc.
The bug guts immediately shoot off your face onto the wall, and you are now spotless once more.
How did you do that, Seko? That's pretty cool.
I
Only
casted a spell, idiot.
What spell?
Prestidigitation.
That's a cool spell.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my divine sense.
Okay.
So I can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Celestial, fiend, or undead?
Yeah.
You don't sense any of those.
No.
Yeah. As you kind of go in, start praying to your patron. We'll use that word for tonight. Your patron, yeah, and as you start to feel the divine aura kind of expand out to you, to the rest of you, you just kind of see this slight shadow kind of expand off of Bastion, and kind of fills like almost a slight smoke into the stronghold in front of you for a moment. And as it kind of comes back from just suddenly as much again, the Bastion kind of comes out of his trance. And yeah, you feel no celestial, fiend, or undead.
Alright,
What?
take Drake, push forward.
There's no celestials,
Onwards.
fiends, or undeads around here.
Oh, that's good to know.
As
I guess we
you
push forwards.
walk into the room, you come into a small study, a desk on your left, with some papers scattered about that look to have started to slowly rot, covered in a thick dust. What looks to be some sort of well with a continuous water pump going on. As you see this purplish water that's almost thick like a slime-like material kind of continues to flow into this little rocky little pond outlet in the room. The room's covered in dust. The walls with bookshelves, but no corpse, no nothing in the room.
I'm
Those-
curious,
those
does there
notes.
happen to be a pool of blood near a table?
As you look down to your right, there is brown looking liquid that you'd guesstimate to be blood. Yeah.
That's just call that nostalgia.
Yeah. Those notes, can I go look at them?
Yeah. As you walk over and start looking, you see it reads in common. They're not clearly deciphered, but what you roughly get is, "Dear Hawken of the House of Windsor, we look forward to future dealings with your house in hope of securing an alliance between our two people for the future." You also notice that there's a lot of blood splatter across this note, or this piece of paper. No
That's
skeleton,
crazy.
no body, just and then
Yikes.
the blood on the ground.
Good, had it good with them, huh?
No, because I probably would have died from my god if I refused.
Okay,
Yeah, I should have died. I liked him more than Hawken.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I guess everyone likes that, huh?
Just so mean.
All I care about is I lost a hand. I couldn't care less
Yeah.
about either.
Oh. Who
Yeah, maybe
has-
find your guy down here.
But
It's Goji. He's
as you're looking at this, you all suddenly feel a surge of magic up right behind you in the tunnel. and suddenly appears a lizard-like creature just out of nowhere. Complete confusion, as moments ago they were lying on the floor contemplating why they were still human.
Good. Where's
How,
Do we
how'd you get here?
think that? Do we think that's actually Goji or someone impersonating Goji?
Well, I mean, True Sight Up is it Goji?
Yeah, it's
Is
Goji.
it someone illusioned? Okay, it seems like Goji. Goji, how'd you get here?
I have no idea. One moment laying on the floor thinking about why am I still fleshy. And then poof. Here.
You still have flesh, though. It's
You're
just
still-
on your scales.
Where?
I mean,
Good.
yeah, lizard
Looking at the body.
is.
Stick your arm out and they'll show you.
No, don't you dare.
I don't trust you. Not very much. Especially with current appearance. Also, why are y'all all banged up? Why is your hand gone?
Huh?
As you look
No,
up,
we're
there's no one missing a hand.
No, we were talking about the past when you got here killed.
We're reminiscing Sunday party and being here.
How
Oh.
Tara lost. Yeah.
But yeah, as you look about, this room still is closed by another door. Going further, and you can feel with the tremor sense, this opens up to a pretty large building overall.
That's
Alright.
my bad.
Is this door very similar?
The
No,
safe
just
was
one door.
connected to this.
No, open the
library.
door.
What was that, Daka?
I was just saying that though, if I remember correctly, the fire giant lady, she said the safe was connected to this library or something like
Yes.
that, right?
Yeah, we're not in the library yet, though. This
You're
is just
in
like
a small
room.
study room, yeah. As you go, Sieko, to open the door, it immediately opens right up. More dust kind of plumes into the room as the smell of death continues to kind of be around the area. You see one skeleton finally in the far corner at the end of the hallway, just kind of leaning against the wall, collapsed in on itself. You can see that there's still a dark pool of blood underneath it, as the skeleton, though, looks to be almost a petrified white color. Almost as if
And
it's
so
been
how
bleached.
it died?
Nope. As you look about, you see nothing that catches your attention.
No, how did the skeleton die? Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's as you look about, it's just sitting there. It doesn't seem to show any indication of how it got to that be
Yeah,
just
no
sitting
broken
there.
bones or anything.
No, it's perfectly clean. The bones still seem to be slightly connected to each other, though no flesh remains on them, and the blood pool beneath it is fully browned and kind of looking more syrupy at this point.
I mean, I can imagine. I mean, of course, outside the game, that
Starvation.
it was no,
Yeah.
not starvation. It was probably
No,
due to the giant spell that encompassed the
Yeah,
entire
just
island.
ate his
Man, that
life force and
killed
went away.
everything.
I forgot about that for a second.
But yeah, you look in this hallway. You have two doors. You can tell the one to your right, Sieko, is to another room with a study in it, and the one to the left seems to open up to a larger room that you can feel. You're not exactly sure the exact size given your tremor sense, but you roughly guesstimate that it's probably what you're looking for, as it seems to be the largest room in the area. You also feel something walking or moving around in the room, the large room.
Ashton, can you hear my?
I can hear your thoughts, yes.
You would just hear Sieko's thought of something's moving.
Where?
He'll point the rough direction of where he feels the movement from.
As you turn to the side, kind of pointing to the larger room on your left, the doorway being the only thing that currently blocks you between that room and the larger opening of the what you assume to be the library. None of you hear anything.
Based on how big its moves are, can I get like its rough size, its weight, somewhat of how hard it's hitting the floor?
You can roughly tell that the person is probably a bit older, as they seem to walk with a strange gait. You can tell it's a person, some sort of humanoid that's bipedal, or bipedal, yeah, whatever. And beyond that, that they're somewhat large for their build with the heaviness of their walk. You can't tell much more than that though.
Sieko, did your vampire get to safety? The one that survived?
Well, the one she said got away wasn't mine. Her vampire.
Oh.
It was
Well,
Azrael.
then who sent you the message then?
I think I got the message before they die. I don't think I have vampires anymore.
Oh. Well, what should we do? You want to just go confront this thing?
Yep. Let's see how we're going over.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Who's opening the door?
Sieko,
Oh no.
big man.
Okay, give me 1 minute to find something.
Big thing, I guess, because I technically don't have a gender.
Big person.
I mean, you do
Yeah.
technically still have a gender. Dragons are gendered.
He started as a Trask.
Yeah, so you did tell me even with this
Fair.
evolution, I pick my gender, which I haven't yet.
That is, fair point.
Sieko is still a genderless thing walking around.
All right. So Sieko, you said you're gonna be the one to open it.
Yep.
Okay. As you open the door, you open to this massive library with statues of fire giants, kind of different poses. Long tables stacked with books, bookshelves almost 3 stories high, all filled to the brim, in some cases some overflowing onto the ground. Chairs that seem to be tossed kind of to off and about. The place looks like almost a storm has rolled through it, with all the books and some of the shelves having fallen over, the dust and the spider webs just about. And the statues themselves having looked like they've been slightly moved and altered, as if someone's been trying to force to pull them off the ground. And in the middle of that room, sitting on a table with a bunch of chairs kind of tossed around them, and a small little pile of something burning, you can tell from here it looks to be roughly books, is about a 6'6" tall, beefy build, bald, gray-eyed red orc, who you'd guess to roughly be around maybe their 50s. They seem to look really soft in complexion as they suddenly turn to you, with an attractive face for someone of their age, looking very young, and seems to have their right ear, as you notice, has been cut off completely, as it looks like there is nothing there anymore. She looks over and sees you lot and immediately kind of like focuses in on Bastion, and goes, you're a demon. And she suddenly pulls out a small little hand axe on her side that starts to glow.
What about it?
I mean, do we have to fight? It's not really what we're here for.
Yeah. Puts the You have a green one with you.
I
Yes.
am green.
You're young. As she kind of puts her axe to her hip and she starts walking towards you lot. She is wearing full studded leather, looks to have a bunch of like little iron, little daggers and pins, some things that seem to be hanging on chains that look similar to traps of different varieties. And you see right behind her as she kind of stands up and jumps off the table to walk over, is a pack full with just pelts of different creatures, many of which none of you have seen before.
Any that we have seen?
You do catch the attention of a dragon scale pelt on the top of her bag that seems to be looking like it's being kind of stretched out currently. And the other one that catches your attention is looks to be the plate of a thrycreen egg.
Wait, it was Thrycreen egg. Interesting.
The plates themselves, note if they are pulled off, immediately kill the egg itself. This is the one thing that female thrycreen typically try to protect when they protect their hatchlings or their hatcheries.
So this is kind of like a heinous crime to...
Pretty much to Tigrick, yes. But she looks over and she starts just kind of walking over. You can smell the scent of dead animals on her as she kind of like tilts her head to the side. She kind of gets right up close in front of you all, specifically now standing in front of Daka as well and sniffing him. And she kind of stops as she kind of gets right behind him and looks at Bastion and goes, You're the party leader, correct?"
I point at
Some
Daka.
would say that, but he thinks it's himself.
Well, you
Points
said
at
I was,
him.
so.
You did say he was party leader.
She sniffs Daka one more time as she gets in front of him, just all like a long whiff in front of him, and she goes, "This young blood doesn't even have his first kill under his belt. Why y'all are following him?"
Yeah, we kind of like follow each other. Don't really lead.
Yeah, what I really said is I had no control over them, so.
Kind of a crappy fiend, aren't you?
I'm learning the ropes.
She smiles and goes, "Well, there ain't much here that, if you're looking for anything other than the big box that I can't get into. Oh, and a bunch of dead corpses.
Kind of
But
corpses.
That is indeed how a corpse works, yes.
you're a smart one. I'm guessing you're educated by that ball cutter."
What?
You're not familiar with the... Okay. She looks-
Oh, I read a book about someone who cut off balls.
No, he likes feet.
She just looks at Tick Trick and goes, "What is with these medicine practitioners and their love for weird body parts?
That should.
You
what-
Thrycreen are a strange lot.
Why you got a Thrycreen egg plate?
Why do you think? I'm a trapper. What do you think I did? Would you like to ask any other
Trap-
obvious questions?
Trapped
How do you
an egg?
trap an egg?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm also
fairness.
confused on that.
I was trapping the queen that they had, but the egg was all I got away with.
Well, I mean, that's fair and reasonable.
Yeah.
So what brings you lot down in here?" She kind of gives you a wry, very toothless smile.
So we came to open things and find things.
Yeah, we heard this
Hmm.
place was pretty like dead.
You like to open things there, huh?
What's your name?
Ah, yes, my apologies. My name is Durs Hellax. I'm
There's
I'm
Alex.
a trapper from, from the lands of the north, previously, but, now, these days, I'm more of a traveler, if you will.
How long you been here?
Well, I
What-
had a young man here a few days ago, but he ran off, unfortunately. So, I don't know. I'd guess maybe a week.
With my Red Orc history, would I know that name?
Go ahead and give me a history check with advantage.
Ooh, those two good rolls. That is 23.
Okay. Yeah, Durs Hellax. She's a famous orc trapper who was known to fight and hunt fiends. She used to, in her young days, go into places like, the abandoned strongholds and such that were supposedly being hounded and hunted, or hunting grounds for very powerful fiends and creatures. And she would spend her days trapping alone and come out with pelts that would impress most Red Orc tribes. Also, on top of that, she is a very well-known worshiper of Yezgmar. There it was, and would be known to give up entire demons or anything else that she could catch that was worth value to the tree that she worshipped. Beyond that, her greatest feat is known that she single-handedly slayed an adult dragon with no magical items. She just did it purely by her own trapping capabilities. No one is sure how. They just know there's just proof of there was a proof of a struggle. The damages on her were correct, and when she got casted Zone of Truth, she confirmed that yeah, she had managed to trap it over days of a struggle between the two of them.
So you're a traveler.
Yes, no. I'm a pursuer of, She kind of gives a wry smile as she looks Doc up and down. Trophies.
Is that supposed to mean anything?
She doesn't look like it.
Yeah, the Spirit Ranger clan is quite the trophy.
I think I'm an excellent catch. I even have a wife.
She smiles and goes, "Oh, they always do when they first meet me."
I didn't know you had a
Who are
wife.
you again?
She looks at Naka and goes, playing hard to get. I always like 'em dumb and tall. Now, what are you lot here for?
We're looking for stuff. See if this place had any cool stuff in it.
We were given a mission to find something by my wife. Told me to find something.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'm here.
a golden necklace with a gem in it that's like shaped like a lion. Have you seen it?
Sounds like something in the safe that I can't figure out how to crack. I thought there was a dragon hiding in there, and I was hoping to capture it. But yeah, good price dragons.
From my understanding, there shouldn't be anything living in the vault.
Are you sure? You youngling dragonborn? Don't,
No, close, but no.
Interesting. Well, if you have some way of opening it and proving that, I'm more than happy to continue on my adventures somewhere else. I've always wanted to hunt a beholder, and the only reason I'm here is in the hopes that I'd find a dragon. Not many dragons were out and about these days, so...
We've ran into one recently.
Oh, have
Run
you?
into multiple.
Yeah. This is
You-
being a pain in our butt.
Well, for a small fee, I can take care of that for you. If you can give me the description, I can give you a cost, and upon completion, I will bring you the head of proof.
Oh, I don't really
That's a-
need it. Just that it's,
Although, if you enjoy
Yeah.
hunting, there were a bunch of I think there were great worms fighting above the orc territory at one point.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of perks up at that and goes, "Really? Interesting."
Don't know
Yeah.
what they were fighting over, but they were there.
She kind of walks over and grabs her pack, and leaving the fire still burning, kind of stands up. And she kind of looks about and goes, "Huh. Interesting. Oh, I'll be on my way then. If you get attacked by a dragon, I'll be nearby."
Is she leaving anything behind, by the way? Or does she
No,
take everything? that
She's
she
taking her pack, yeah.
Alright.
She kind of stands up and goes, "I assume you lot entered through the side passage."
Yeah.
She
I think
goes,
so.
I
I think that's what the
appreciate
side
that.
passage is.
And she puts her back on and starts walking in that direction and goes, "You lot have a good day."
Well, you too.
She starts to walk past and head up.
So who's gonna keep an eye on her to make sure she actually leaves?
I can try if you want. Unless,
Yeah,
Sebastian, you
go
want
for
to
it.
track them? Make sure they actually leave?
Or I can put the hunter's mark on him.
Probably a good idea.
That was prior to what you mentioned, by the way. As I mentioned, remember?
Mhm.
Literally, he could. As soon as
Oh.
you said it, I was like, "Wait, nope, this is prior to."
Well,
I haven't been
Um,
reading and typing, but now I just did and I regret it.
before I moved my mark, it would seem that the Daka's friend is suddenly inside of the embassy.
Like inside the vault?
Yeah.
My wife is inside the vault.
Well, I guess we should go.
Or
Okay.
somewhere in the embassy here.
Hmm. We'll see if it's.
And it was sudden. It wasn't a travel to get there. It was a hop in.
Hmm. Daka, I think your wife, if this is like they went into the vault, we might be messing up if we might want to wait for them. Just have them explain something.
You stumbled over your words a lot, and I don't know what you were trying to tell me.
It's possible your wife might have gotten in the vault somehow and be tricking us, maybe.
But why would she do that?
I don't know.
This seems like a lot of accusations with baseless stuff.
Doc, and join us next time for the episode of DACA, Lawyer Abroad.
I don't think that's
Well,
probably true, Daka,
it's
but I always
Daka.
assume the worst.
Daka, trust them. Daka can go open the vault.
Well, I mean, I have the key.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, well, let's continue.
Yeah, as you start walking further and you see more and more books that have fallen about, more dust, more obvious signs of the trapper who having walked around here.
Any good books?
As you look about, go ahead and give me a perception check, and let me know if you're looking for something specific.
Crafting stuff.
Okay.
Well, that's a 10.
No.
Also going to be looking for any possible necromancy magic books.
Okay. You can go ahead and also give me a perception check.
It's a 2.
No.
These are books, guys.
Yeah.
A lot of books around.
As you look over, these books are written in languages you're not sure, and the pictures don't really give you any information. You find one that's got corpses in it, and then you realize as you start looking through, it explains on how to heal people, not do necromancy. I'm giving you the opposite.
I want the biggest.
I would
heaviest
like
book
to
I can
burn
see.
that book.
Got it. Okay, Sebastian tosses it. All right, Siako, give me a perception check. You said the biggest
19.
book?
Yeah, I want the heaviest book, the biggest, heaviest book I can find.
As you look about, you see a book, a large book
a
just sitting
dictionary.
on a pedestal. It is, from your guesstimation, thousands of pages thick. As you start to pick it up, it weighs 1,000 pounds.
Okay.
As you realize, it's a magical item. Looking at it,
I can lift it.
yeah, as you look at it and you even opening it, you see the pages just seem to continue almost as if it's endless. And as you look through, it's just pictures of lineages of family lines. Of
Hey,
giants.
I found the book that Carl needs.
Of
This is
giants.
This is mine now.
As
Yes.
as you go to pick it up off the pedestal, it grows to 2,000 pounds.
Ah!
Are you crushed by that? Or are you what?
I can't lift 2,000.
It
I
immediately
help him
hits
to
the
lift the book?
ground.
I think you can hold the rest of that.
How much can you lift, Siako?
1,620.
Tick-Trick, how
I can
much
help
can
him
you
lift it.
lift?
Hold on. Push Drago lift 900.
Now, how much are you carrying?
I am only carrying 113 pounds.
Okay, so that means that in total you guys have 1,900 pounds. This
No.
Yes. Because
More than
Sieko
that.
can lift the 1,000. I assume he has 100 pounds worth of gear because because of his gear.
Oh, DM, my shield alone weighs 450 pounds.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
yeah, so my apologies, Grumpy. You're right, my math was wrong. You managed to get about 1,400 or 1,600 pounds of it up off the ground, and still do not manage to lift the book as it grows to 3,000 pounds and suddenly crushes or drops into the ground hardly.
Well, fuck this book then.
As you say
Well,
this, the book shrinks
it's
back
just
down
a-
and pops back onto the pedestal.
It's just a book. What do you mean you can't carry it?
You want to try and pick it up, Daka?
Well, it's just a book. I must.
Actually, Doctor
Amazing.
probably can't because the magic on it will turn off when he picks the fucking thing up.
I guess Doc will go try to pick up the book.
Alright, Daka. Are you ready for the scariest thing you've ever done?
Yes.
Get him away from him.
Perfect.
I'm also
Too
getting away from him.
late! You don't get a chance this time. You wanted this. All right,
No,
you
he
made
has,
two
to walk, he
D100s.
has to walk all the way to get the book. I have time to walk away.
Who was already away from him?
Give me two D100s, Daka. Let's see what you got from my new wild magic table of dangerous magic items to pick up.
Oh, there's more now?
Uh-huh.
Nice! The first one was 51. The second one is 52. That's incredible, actually, for a luck of the roll.
You just all see as Daka starts to glow. Daka, what's your favorite weapon that you use?
The weapon I use the most?
Yes.
I guess it's the great sort of fiery life-stealing.
You now gain an extra +4 to attack with it as it starts to glow with
Woo!
Holy Light.
An additional +4 to attack. Oh, I should have rolled that. My bad.
You're good.
To hit bonus.
On that
My
one
sword.
sword. And it is permanent, but it will only stay on that one sword.
My sword's getting stronger.
It is.
Nice.
However, you also start to hear a voice in your head, Daka.
Yeah.
And you hear, dance. Dance for me. Make them all dance. And the voice fades.
Do I have music?
Your music immediately stops.
Well, I can't dance if there's no music.
What are you talking about, Rocco?
There ain't no rhythm.
You all notice the classical music you've grown very accustomed to at this point just suddenly has dissipated.
You
Thank
know,
God. Yeah,
whenever
it's like,
that music stops, something bad happens. This is Tigger saying this, by the way.
don't care. Walk into the next room.
You could walk into the next room, but as you turn back around, beside the large book, you see the massive safe made of has a simple cylindrical mechanism that seems to have numbers on it, a strange handle, and then a simple looking metal hole of sorts on the bottom right of it.
Billy, did I manage to actually pick up the book or no?
No.
Okay.
The book immediately went to almost 5,000 pounds in your hands, and then you got
Oh,
a
okay.
magical effect that hit you.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Alright. But yeah, as you look at this safe,
I'm just staring at Daka, waiting for him to open it.
yeah. I'll go to open it up.
as you walk over, Daka, you see the cylindrical mechanism with the numbers on it that looks to be able to be spun, a handle that looks to be able to go up and down, and a simple slot. What do you do?
Put the knife into the slot and turn it to the right.
Alright, as you do so, immediately you start to hear clicks, more clicks. The statues seem to move to the sides, and the safe opens completely as the door dissolves.
You sounded surprised at that.
What do
No.
we see in there? Also,
what's-
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
what's
little
in
weird to do.
As you look in, you see a empty room with a simple carpet, a chair or 4 chairs, what looks to be somewhat of a simple stage, a lectern, which is kind of like a something to stand at, to like talk at, what looks to be some sort of weird stand that has glass around it up on the stage. And suddenly lights turn on, and a Warforged appears in front of the lectern and starts shouting, "And we've got magic items for sale! Bring in the bidders!"
Does True Sight reveal anything else in this description?
As you look about, yes, you can see there is a massive wall behind it that has iron bars that look to be enchanted with some sort of magical spells, and magic items just piled up, and you can't see an end to it as it continues on further and further. Items, gold, gems, a person, yeah.
What?
You know
Huh?
what I mean. Statues, paintings of the future, books that will tell you your entire history, the true story of the world. There are magic items that can cause up to 13th level spells. There's an arcane grimoire that you can feel that could cause divine magic to change the world's laws. Yeah.
Screw you, DM. The book on all history. Fucking.
I told you it was in the world somewhere.
That is all Barger's wanted.
Yup.
It's literally.
And it's always been here.
I know, but we got fucked right before we got down here.
Mm-hmm.
Gate info useless to Goji.
Mm.
Goji can
Our first bidder, we welcome you in. Goji, what are you in to buy today? As suddenly you see as Goji is immediately, an illusion spell seems to kind of wrap around him. You all see him look normal, but you can, seeing the illusion, suddenly a suit, a little mustache appears at the end of his nostril, a little monocle and a top hat, and he has a little number thing on a paddle. So you suddenly feel fancier, Goji.
I feel restricted. Clothes too tight. Ugh.
Yeah.
What?
You watch as Goji starts pulling out the illusion that doesn't seem to come off of him as he's confused.
No. Thing on no.
Man, I love your thing that cuts out.
It's great. It cuts
Get
out.
up. It's itchy.
As Goji starts freaking out, as he does not have true sight and can't see that this is an illusion.
You can't.
The Warforged starts shouting, "All right, Goji, come on down. What do we got for you today? We have," and it starts a little ball thing or a round metal object kind of appears with a handle that seems to cause it to spin with little balls in it. And he starts kind of spinning it and spinning it. Give me a D100 roll, Goji.
The fuck is this?
18.
18. All right. Suddenly, in front of you, on this pedestal in the glass case, appears a little hedgehog with that exact necklace on its head and swords on it, as its little spines sticking out. And it seems to be sitting there chewing on a metal sword that is magical. And he goes, "We have today our magic item consumer, the legendary, the well-known creature, the original god. Not really a god, but still known in the world. We have our great Belmanu."
Can I roll for what a Belmanu is?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a history check. Or religion.
Oh, well, they're both the same.
I
so-
think my modifier would be great. I should roll a history
that's an
check.
18 That's an 18 history.
You don't know. You have no idea who this person is.
What a hedgehog is, at least.
You do know what a hedgehog is. You also know hedgehogs don't usually have swords instead of the little I don't know what they're called.
Like
Spines.
spikes?
Yes, the spine. Yeah, spines. I guess. Okay, yeah.
So it has swords instead of spines?
Uh huh.
It also is chewing on a sword.
It is chewing
It
a
is.
magic sword, and it is managing to eat it as you watch.
Also,
And
Goji,
Bill-
Goji's the one on the...
Goji, what'd
is the
you
one who's
roll?
betting for it.
Factually, they're quills, not spines.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
yeah. Goji, what'd you roll?
For my history check, I got a 13.
Yeah, you actually have a better chance of getting this since Yeko isn't as familiar with the world. You know that Belmanu has something to do with Red Orcs, but you're not sure what the hell it is. You just know you've heard them talk about it at some point or heard mention of it in the same context.
Red Dockers talk about this.
I want
Don't know why though.
We got 1 gold up on offer. Do I hear 2?
2 gold!
All right, 2 gold to the fancy gentleman in the coat. What's up, Bastion?
Oh, I was gonna see if I recognized what it was.
Yeah, roll a history check. Go ahead with advantage, or religion with advantage if you'd like.
That is a 21.
Yeah, you're familiar. Belmanu is supposedly a large creature with red fur, closed eyes, and a staff that glows with a fire at the top. Originally said to look similar to a phallus, but larger, it is a god of magic and power, and through will rather than raw strength. This is one of the more unique gods. It's also the god that most Red Orcs worship that are fans of blood magic, magic in general through prowess of battle, and anything that happens to help with making yourself stronger through killing others.
So a
But
god
it does
that...
not look like a hedgehog.
No, they normally look like a large phallus, which is a small
Hey,
cat, a
hey,
tabaxi.
come on. Big cat, little hedgehog, same thing. Come on.
Yeah,
And to show
pretty
you
similar.
exactly what you see, for reference, the exact image that is in front of you is roughly that.
Yeah!
I want.
And he goes, I hear 2 gold from the fine gentleman. Do I hear 3?
10 gold pieces.
You just
10.
outbid yourself.
Goji screams out 3, and he looks over at Doc and goes, 10 gold to the gentleman in the back. All right. I've got 10 gold going once, 10 gold going twice. It looks, what'd you say?
15.
Yeah, 15 gold pieces. All right, going once.
1,000 gold pieces.
Oh my god.
Holy hell, we got 1,000 gold pieces here with the fine gentleman up front. Come on down, sir, and take a seat. Enjoy yourself in these comfy chairs. As soon as you walk through Daka, for a moment, a nice suit appears on you, and it almost immediately dissipates off of you. As the cloak's magic kind of shoves it away and almost absorbs it, slightly causing it to go white. As Goji shouts out 1,001 gold pieces, the man goes, all right, do I hear 2,000 gold pieces?
2,000 gold pieces.
Do I hear
two bidding against
3?
each other?
Do I hear 3,000? 2,001 gold pieces. Do I hear 3?
2,002. You know, I'm really curious. Okay, Caleb, how much money do you
2007
have?
Gold
Hunter,
pieces.
tell you now, he has more than you do.
He has more than I do?
He has more money than you.
Yeah,
Why does he have more money than I do?
I don't know.
don't worry about it.
He has gained it through
I
legitimate
rob-
means.
He.
I know
Let's
why
see.
he has gold. I do know it, so.
Actually, let me check. 8,000. No, Hunter. Actually, you have a little bit more than him, but it's close.
Alright, I got 2,007 GP. Let's see. Do I hear 3,000?
Yeah, he could have the two. You know what? I'll let Goji spend his 2,007 gold pieces.
Alright, congratulations to the lizard man up front. What's your name, good sir?
Goji.
It nods, the Warforged nods and goes, perfect! Alright, Odie, feel free to come down and claim your prize.
Goji.
Also,
No,
make
go
sure
get it.
to feed it plenty of a high material diet. It prefers magical metals. Warning, will bite if you do not feed it. Has been known to eat all of its owners in previous lives. And you are guaranteed to lose your soul to it as he hands you the box.
Oh well, Go just lost his
I
soul.
took the ball. I will do this idea later.
Alright. Yes. Alright, come on down, gentlemen. I have magic items to sell. I have magic items to buy. I have people to
Goddamn.
sell. Yes.
You said it was wearing the necklace, right?
Yes.
Goji, can you get the necklace off that we're here for before it eats it?
I grab the necklace and I'm not being gentle about it. I rip it off of him.
Oh God.
Oh my
Why
god.
would you do that to the
Why?
poor hedgehog?
One moment. Let me grab the dice.
Oh my god.
Now it's gonna bite. Cause you fucking
Bum, bum, bum.
Caleb, you. Oh my.
you idiot.
I'm playing Goji.
He's
Alright.
playing Goji.
I want Goji to pick a number between 1 and 20.
7.
7. Alright. If it lands on a 7, nothing happens. We're gonna
Oh,
use
boy.
the metal dice and see what happens today. That's a 1. Almost a 7. Alright, yeah, so as you put your hand in, Goji, the creature goes to bite you. Give me a dex save. I will say it's going to hit your AC. It has a plus 35 to hit.
Holy shit.
What's up?
I said, holy
okay.
shit.
Yep. It is a
All
former
right.
god, so...
Yeah.
That is a 21. 21 on the dex.
You pull your hand away as it scrapes its teeth against you as you grab the necklace off its head. It starts like yelling and like little squeaks at you that you don't understand as you close the glass box up again, and it goes silent once more and goes back to chewing
Was it
on the
speaking
sword.
Sylvan?
It was not. It was just
Oh.
It was just squeaking at you.
I will hold the necklace out for Sieko while glaring at it, and then we'll say in. Let's I'm gonna scream at it in undercommon. Bad! Bad!
Oh my god.
Bad boy!
What else
Down.
is the Ice Warforged selling?
Alright. You all see as Goji just almost immediately falls over, completely collapses into an extreme pain as he starts holding his stomach. And goes just absolutely. You see also as soon as it happens, a silent spell kind of goes around Goji and the cage, and the Warforged goes, and no more misunderstandings. Thank you. We continue. All right. What else we got for on offer today? Let's see who's up next. Who wants to be the patron to figure out what item comes up on auction today?
I'll do it.
Perfect. Good sir. What is your name?
Sieko.
Sieko, alright. Sounds like a nobleman name if I've ever heard it. Sieko, please go ahead and pick your number. Let's go ahead and grab a ball out of the thing. D100, please.
Alright. That is a 42.
Alright.
The greatest number.
Let me
It's the true number.
pull that
True number of the
up.
universe.
Answer your question. Ba-ba-bum. Oh, okay.
I love how Goji did that whole bidding battle just to
Alright.
get basically attacked by his own thing he won. By
Yep. As he pulls out a random or a strange looking coat, you see a really nice blue outer coat with white plumes of something that's very fluffy. The inside of it seems to have like a diamond stitch set up with a very fine leather. You realize the entire thing is made of either dragon or beholder skin. And specifically, the dragon hide on the outside is made of a very rare dragon that used to grow fur, no longer existing anymore in the modern day. They were called notoriously comfort dragons, as they were dragons that just slept. That was their whole thing, and they were vegetarians, so they got fed on and
it's
preyed
the
on by
item
other
I
creatures.
needed.
He goes, welcome, I've got the Coat of Comfort today
Yeah,
for
it
your
is.
good friend. I start the bidding at 2 gold pieces.
I'm in. I could use a nice coat.
Do I hear 5?
Goji will slowly raise his finger.
Well, he can't hear anything. He's in a silent spell.
You can't hear anything. Currently, you're crippled over in extreme pain.
You don't know what's happening.
And
You
so
just-
what? It's just a coat.
Yeah.
It's a coat of comfort. It probably just feels nice.
Yeah. I mean, I currently, I'm okay.
Yeah, you have a coat. You have a more expensive coat.
I got 2 gold pieces. Going once, going twice, going. If you don't make another bid on the next item and have a bidding war, we won't have any more items. Thank you. And he goes. The Coat of Comfort goes to the man up front. And suddenly, the Coat of Comfort appears around you. I will make a note to make this.
I remember we were looking at when you were looking through book items for Wolf. I know it has some kind of bonus. I just don't remember what it was.
I don't know.
There it is.
Oh, it looks nice.
Oh god, immunity exhaustion. What the fuck?
That's awesome! Infinity!
All right. I will have to make the item later. The man goes, all right. I am looking for one more. We have one more
Okay.
item up for today. Good.
Me.
Good sir, Doc. All right, you were going to roll for it. Let's see what you got, good sir. D100, please, and pick a number from the ball pit.
93.
93, good sir. You have the present knowledge to gain the best item, the legendary item, the item that even the gods would fear. It is fully known as the legendary Arcane Sword of Spelling. And he hands you a sword that is a simple golden, it has a simple golden handle, but there's like a combination in it with all the different letters, for a total of 5 up to 5 letters, that you can put into it. As you look it over, it will be an item I have to make later. But a good comic representation I found of the idea that it's inspired from is there's a good depiction of it.
Oh, it's this thing! Yes!
Over this whole process, could I have been like figuring out what that iron gate behind it was and how this whole system's working?
You realize the
As I'm not gonna get this
Warforge, even just looking at it, it's pretty easy to catch on with True Sight, the Warforge is part of the magic item. This entire thing is part of the magic item. Your guesstimation without rolling Arcana is that this is some sort of failsafe method for when there is no one attuned to the item.
Okay.
But to attune to it or to learn more, you will have to roll Arcana or a History check. They will give you different answers depending on what you're looking for. So,
What would be for attuning to it?
that would be the Arcane, so Arcana.
I'll roll
Good.
that.
I'm
Why
good at
not?
Arcana.
You want to roll it or want me to roll it?
I can give it a shot. I have advantage with a +9.
You will both be at a normal roll for this, just as a heads up, while you're inside the safe.
So,
Say 17.
17, okay. And Siaka?
also a 17.
You both realize this is an item that is ancient, that the common idea of attunement would not work for it, and none of you have a clue on how they used to attune to items back in the day. But I will give you this. You both realize that as long as it's this large, it cannot be attuned to.
Okay.
Can I look around and see if there's a way to make it small?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yeah. 12.
Looking about, you don't see any mechanisms, nothing to depict it. The safe is pretty much kind of shoved into the wall, so there's no way to get to walk around it or look on the outside of it. You just can tell it extends continuously.
Okay. What's your name?
Sieka, as you do go to look, you see a simple blood vial with a little knife underneath the mat at the entrance to the safe.
I'm just gonna take that.
You realize it doesn't come out of the ground. As you look down, the vial is specifically stuck into the ground, and the little knife is also just stuck into the ground, pointing up.
Can I? The blade's pointing up, right?
Yes, correct.
If pricking my finger does what I think it does, I really don't want the safe to close and kill them all. I guess I'll just put the mat back and I'll wait until everyone's done in there.
The Warforged kind of goes up on the front stage and goes, "All right, so for the last item, I'm gonna give it to you, good Sir Daka. You've done well to join in on the fun. I appreciate you. You're not gonna bid today. The last item, though, up for auction is a personal item of mine and my interest. I am going to give you something that is going to assist you on your path for the future, if you're willing to accept it."
Okay, I'll bid.
No gold pieces today for this item. This is a free item. Something that I expect you lot will need very much so in the future. And he hands you a backpack made of old leather of a creature none of you can seem to recognize.
What is it? I asked the Warforge.
He looks about and he goes, "This item is something that I recommend that you, specifically as a group, will need. This is the backpack of sharing. I recommend this item. It is a one of a kind these days, and it is something to keep around at all times."
Fair enough.
Basically, it's a bag of holding that lets each of you wear a fanny pack to access it. So you have a shared inventory if you wish.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
Yeah, so if you guys wanted to store potions and shit, that this is the item for that specifically.
Interesting.
Fair.
Interesting. What's your name?
I have no name. I am part of the magic item, good sir.
Okay. How often do they do these bids?
As often as someone enters the safe.
All right. Thanks for the items. Where does the gold go, by the way, if you're part of the magic item?
Ah, that is the secret, good sir. That you will only find out if the truth is ever learned.
Can you tell me the truth?
I could.
If I ask, can I say please?
Congratulations, you understand the morality of modern age and the kindness that comes with it. But however, trying to bribe me with kind words does not work, sir.
What does work?
Enjoyment, as he claps his hands, and suddenly the silent spell kind of kicks off, and you all just hear Gochi groaning as he's still on the floor in pain. You all kind of see his body is slowly starting to change colors and seems to be almost going a rainbow on his scales.
Goji, are you okay?
My tummy hurt.
He's not okay. He's clearly dying.
Is the box moving or is it like just sitting
No.
there?
The little hedgehog's just sitting in the glass box eating a sword. Not really. Just chilling out watching Goji in pain.
I'm gonna approach it carefully.
You're gonna do what?
Hello. The hedgehog. Go approaching the hedgehog carefully.
Okay. Well, I mean, approaching it, it's still in its cage. It doesn't even seem to acknowledge
Yeah.
you as it stays staring at Goji curled over in pain.
I pull out a mithril bar.
It suddenly turns and and its attention is gained.
You want this?
You gonna feed
I
it?
forget like a candy bar. I'll forget like a candy bar.
You suddenly see the glass door of the thing opens, and this dark demonic hand comes out of the ground,
Oh my God.
grabs the
Oh
mithril
my God.
bar, and starts to pull you with it. Do you let go?
I let it go. I let it go. Of it.
You let go. You feel it immediately whiplash and slam into the cage as the door shuts and the thing starts chewing on it.
I like your pet. It looks very adorable.
I'll pick it up.
The cage or the hedgehog?
It's in the cage, right?
Yeah.
I can pick up the cage.
Yeah, as you pick up the cage, it doesn't seem to move. The hedgehog just seems to sit there and continue chewing on the mithril bars. It kind of looks to you, looks to Daka, looks to Bastion, looks to Sieko, and then
We just
kind of
have-
yeah.
Hedgehog now. That's. I'm sure it'll help
Okay.
eventually.
I hold it away at arm's length, but I will carry it out. So I want to get Goji. He seems to be writhing in pain still.
Well, I'm standing.
Drag
forward.
him.
Bastion, what are you dragging him by? In the carriage?
Like the shoulder.
Oh, okay. As you grab onto Goji's shoulder and start to pull him as he continues to be uttered over in pain, as his stomach continues to hurt. As you all exit, the safe immediately closes and the knife falls to the ground.
Guess I'll pick back up the knife.
All right, yeah, as you do, he just comes back out.
Yeah, I'm doing the thing now that they're done there.
As you go to lift up the cage, give me a well, you have true sight. As you all look, just as suddenly, give me an initiative roll, Sieko, to see if you get it first.
Everyone in the initiative or just him?
Just him.
Okay.
It's a 21.
You barely beat her. God damn it! You got 20.
Oh.
As you suddenly see out of the corner of your eye, Sieko, as if out of nothing, suddenly the fire giant woman goes to jump down, and just as she's about to, you rush your thumb across it, cutting a lot deeper and more than you were intending. As the blood kind of smacks into the vial and sinks in slowly, the safe suddenly starts to glow a bright greenish color and starts to shrink down into a small little like iron necklace with little bars around it. And the knife itself and the vial just seem to disappear into like a gold light as they dissipate. The fire giant woman now on the ground looks extremely angry as she kind of
I
picks
will pick
herself
up this new necklace that is mine. I will hand her the necklace she sent us to get.
She just
How's she
takes
doing business with you?
necklace and looks at you a lot and goes, yeah. And she takes, you see that she starts to pull on the ring on her finger and finally manages to pull off the finger as she it's because the ring is too tight, and she just hands Daka the finger and walks out and goes marching out, slamming doors as she goes out the other way.
Daka's sad.
Daka just got a really powerful magic item.
Daka does, yeah.
You also got a cool sword.
Yeah, it's true.
The Echo just potentially became a very rich man.
As the thing, though, wraps around your neck, Sieko, it perfectly goes to size, and then suddenly, Goji, just as suddenly, your stomach stops hurting.
You okay, Goji?
What did that?
I don't know. Probably had the magic item.
Yeah, I want to know, what did she roll for initiative?
20.
I want to know, DM, that was a nat 20 for me, because I only have +1.
Oh.
She had no bonus, so you looked out.
Yeah, we both nat 20, and I just had a higher bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's that Dex training, baby.
It
And
did work out for
Goji,
me.
you start hearing weird voices that continue to tell you to feed on the metal one.
That's weird, man.
Bastion! Yeah!
Well, Bastion, I guess we're done here. You want to like teleport us back to base? Probably quicker.
Feed on or feed the?
Feed on.
It wants you to eat him.
Give me the hamster.
Hmm?
Give me the
Not a
hamster.
hamster.
Give me the hamster.
I don't think there's no
We don't
hamsters,
have- We don't
Goji.
have a hamster.
Give me that. I point to the hedgehog.
Why? They hurt. You heard it, and also it hurt you. I don't know why you would want it.
Voice in head say consume.
Don't eat it.
Goji hungry.
Can I
No,
pick
don't
up-
eat it.
What's up, Sieko?
Can I pick up Goji?
I mean, yeah, as you pick him up off the ground.
Just gonna put him over my shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
I will
Do you resist? Yeah, I was gonna say, that'll be a grapple, so that'll be a strength check versus his athletics.
He's gonna win.
You can try though, Goji.
Oh shit!
Oh shit.
Only on a net I can beat him.
No.
No, my Goji.
Yeah, Goji, as you just get picked up and thrown over Siako's shoulder, you are still your scales are still sparkling and changing color as things continue on.
You can eat on the ship.
How far through is the hedgehog on the mithril bar, by the way?
Oh, the mithril bar is gone. It's now chewing on another sword.
Where's it? Where'd they pull that sword out? I was watching this thing very carefully.
You're not sure where it pulled the sword.
It's very fast.
You know what? I'll free him another mithril bar.
Sieko.
It takes
Why-
the bar, drops the sword, and he starts eating the mithril bar.
Sieko, put me down. Voice said eat the metal one. And Robot Man gone.
No. You're staying on the shoulder.
Yeah, I'm pretty. If it was saying eat the metal, I assume it meant to eat Bastion, but I don't know.
Hedgehog's
hedgehog,
not
like-
metal.
The hedgehog's very much not metal. There's just a few swords.
You watch as the swords on its back change to a frosty white color instead of a duller
Ooh.
iron.
That's
I will message the hedgehog. What was the name of it, by the way?
As soon as you do,
Uh-oh.
you start
Oh,
to get
you
visions of
fucking idiot.
undeath, darkness, evil deeds that are unspeakable. Tick-Trick passes out.
I'm immune to unconscious.
That's true. Tick-Trick's entire brain starts to melt, and I'll roll the damage instead.
Oh, you made that so
Um,
much.
Oh my god.
Oopsie.
Are you immune to psychic damage?
I'm not immune to psychic damage.
Okay, so you will take the psychic damage. Okay, so it's only 2d100 rolls. Give me
You know, I feel like everyone decides to like delve into people's minds.
you
as
suddenly
much as Hawking
take
trusts
180
people.
points of psychic damage, Tick-Trick,
Oh!
as
Might
your
use my reaction
brain
to have that.
is forced to process everything almost immediately.
I would like to use my reaction to have that with
Okay,
Kate.
so yeah, 90 psychic damage. As
Ow.
the visions start to flood into your head, and as you fight to make sure you don't pass out, you almost regret wishing you could.
You know this is like a former god, yet you decided to delve into its
Hey.
mind.
The
It is what it
however, as your mind kind of floods through, it starts to clear once more, and the creature does not respond to anything. It just continues to sit there chewing on another sword as it suddenly appears.
Ow. Okay. I'll do that again.
You officially have a cursed space hamster.
Yeah,
Yay!
Not a hamster.
that Goji bought for
did buy it.
2007 coin.
But that we could have bought for like 3.
Yeah.
All right.
You made it 1,000. It's your fault.
Hey,
You-
you decided to fight it.
You all still stand in this library as you start arguing. The book's still burning from the fire pit earlier that was added to by Bastion.
We're making our way out, I guess. We're done here,
Yeah.
right?
We're done here.
All
Oh
right.
wow.
I got my awesome necklace because I remembered DM told us out of session where the thing was last time we were here.
Mm-hmm.
As you lot start to head out, kind of walking up walking through, you hear for a moment the sobs of a full-grown man in the distance that seem to kind of emanate throughout the entirety of the embassy for a moment.
That's weird.
Well, Siako doesn't care.
Should we investigate? There might be fighting to be had.
I do not.
Crying people make terrible opponents.
Easy for
Grumpy, I don't want you to act surprised when you decided to delve into an old god's brain.
Not old. Not old.
A god's brain, or a former god's brain.
It doesn't hurt to try.
Doesn't hurt.
And clearly it did.
It clearly did. Yeah.
As,
But hey, you never know.
As you lot all start to kind of slowly make your way up, your true sight does go through. However, while true sight does, I need a perception check for Tiktrick, since I assume he'll be leading the front.
Why not? What could go wrong?
Tigrick doesn't have a lot of health
You
left.
shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, 19.
19, okay. As you suddenly look, you notice the entire stairway up is booby trapped. As you climb or manage to trip a wire that suddenly appears in front of your foot from the ground. Hearing the mechanism kick off, you get advantage on your dex save.
All
I
right.
wonder if that orc lady trapped this.
Maybe. Probably.
Red Doc.
I always roll worth with advantage. Sieko is within 10 feet of me, by the way.
I am, because I'm right behind you.
Sure,
That's
why not?
22.
How much is the bonus?
That's a 22. I just told you the final outcome.
You
So
cut off, I'm
22 with the
sorry.
dex save. Alright, yeah, no, as you go to jump out of the way, the trip immediately seems to go off, and you take 1 point of piercing damage as a little
I take 0.
stab seems to poke
Evasion.
into your so as you jump away, you still feel as the thing like stabs into your foot for your foot for a moment, and suddenly just a little knife suddenly starts to absorb the liquid and blood that comes out onto the knife, and it dissipates as the trap just stays. Now just a little knife that seems to have come out of the ground, poked you, and done nothing really, and no real damage.
Yeah. Can I try and look at the trap?
Yeah.
See if I can get anything from it?
Yeah, go ahead, give me a investigation check.
Alright. It's a 28.
As you look about the trap, you aren't familiar with this mechanism off the outright, but looking at it, it looks like the knife absorbed your blood, so it's probably something to do with magic. But your guesstimation, it could be that it could be using you to track you. It could be using to make it so all the traps in the area only go off if you go over near them. It could be many things here as you look about. There's no direct link between any of the other traps you see suddenly. As you see the bear traps that are set up to or immediately close as soon as someone walks onto the stairs. One of them being a pitfall, and then another being an acid sprayer that suddenly will explode out of the side of the wall.
How
Guys,
far
there's a lot
is
of
it?
traps now.
Yeah. Up the thing, it's like 150 feet of stairs.
Could teleport 5 times in quick succession. I can be out of here.
We have someone with plane shift.
Yeah, if he wants to.
You're muted, by the way, Robert, if you don't know.
We have to go to a different plane, though.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Yo, we have a boat. to
We're
fly
inside a
over,
place.
and we can
It's a
get
booby trap now.
out. I don't know, just clear out the booby traps.
Before we do that,
I mean,
Sieko, is there any healing you could provide, if possible?
not enough to get rid of even half your injuries. And then I would have no heal. Well, actually, hold on. I'm still attuned to the thing. I can cast heal on him once from the Rod of Resurrection.
I forgot about that rod that I gave you a while back.
How much HP is that?
It's a flat 70.
Alright. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, do I see a way we could get through this? Or a
Look,
way to disarm any of the traps I just discovered?
you think you should be able to disarm them. It'll take you probably the rest of the day to get your way through them, as it'll be a slow going. If you want your advantages on disabling the traps. If you wanted to try and rush it, you could chance it, you would be going with disadvantage. But theoretically, you could get through the entirety of the hallway in about an hour.
Hey, tell us to the party. What you thinking?
How
Maybe the traps
confident
are
are you?
like another magic. How many have physical mechanisms of them?
They're all physical mechanism by the looks of it.
Can't I just mold earth them all so they don't work?
You can try, I guess.
I mean, you could also probably mold earth and just activate them all.
Well, because I was gonna say, like, technically, I could just push the mechanism further down to the ground so they can't activate, and just pull earth over it and just walk over them. In theory.
Mm,
And somewhere out of the sidewall.
Yeah, I could just push them off to the side. You know, I'll try that on the one that I saw just hit Tick Drake.
I mean, are the walls of this place magical?
Not that you can tell, and True Sight doesn't show any magical enchantments on the walls themselves, so they
So
should be.
could Tetrick theoretically just dig us out?
Yes.
Yeah, we could
Also
try this
option.
Mold Earth. That's probably quicker to just disarm all the traps that way.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah.
I think by mold earthing might activate the traps instead of just disarming them, but still,
Well,
I
if
mean,
we're not
I
near
guess
them, then it's probably better than anything else.
might collapse it, but we'll see.
All right. So what are we doing?
I'll give it a shot. I'll try to mold earth one to the side so it's like in the wall instead.
Okay.
Basically, just
Um,
shifting all the earth over.
We'll stand back, I guess, away from this as he's doing this.
Oh yeah. As the party kind of backs up, as you start to looking at the acid trap, seeing it being the easiest one as it's implanted into the wall, looks to be. You start casting mold earth, and the ground starts to slowly cover it as time goes on, and it seems to cover over it, eventually blocking the cannon from what you can tell. There are 3 other traps from what you can tell, and as the hours go by,
Hours?
well, yeah. It takes a while to get them to go down properly without breaking the stairs, as the earth is being molded and moved to push the traps aside and to break their register or their there's a term for it. The trigger. There we go.
Magical tripwire.
Yeah, the trigger itself. As Sieko slowly starts to go through and starts to mold earth around these stairs all the way up the tunnel to make sure that no other traps are hidden. About 3 hours go by in total, and you finally manage to clear the way of all the traps you could find.
Not bad.
Um,
All right.
So who's leading the way up the hallway now? Who's the brave lucky bastard today?
Onwards!
All right, Sieko, as you go charging forward, you all watch as Sieko walks into immediately a non-magical bear trap that seems to pop out of the ground, grab onto him for a moment, and snaps itself on him as it tries to clamp on him like a bouncing Betty.
Echo doesn't know. He just keeps walking.
Yeah, Sieko, well, you see it pop up in front of you and grab onto you as it doesn't really do anything, and you toss it off to the side. Who was incredible last night? Wait, what? Bastion, what are you watching in the background? I must know the
I don't know. My wife's watching something.
Hey, tell her I'm interested. I'm curious what this show is. No, you're good. But yeah, so as you start running up, more of these non-magical traps kind of pop off the ground out of nowhere and seem to grab onto Sieko, and almost immediately due to them, they snap and fall to the ground. And as he finally jogs his way up to the top, all the traps get set off as you all watch and listen to this orchestra of clamping and destruction as it continues going.
He has his own theme song on his lips, just da 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 as he just walks and doesn't
I
care.
am curious if the music has returned.
It has not.
I'm so
Let's
sad.
get out of here.
All right. So that's the party slowly follows up. You lot finally come to the above ground where you see a motorcycle that just suddenly decides to rev his ass near you.
Whoa!
No.
Orc on a motorcycle? A road
right.
boy? Let's go.
Well, anyway, let's get a blast.
No, so as you lot come up, you see a Loxodon just kind of sitting in black, like full black obsidian like armor plate, sitting at a campfire with a log or on a log as he's poking at some ashes. No one else around as he just kind of sits there and looks over at you lot and goes, "Oh, look who it could be." Actually, I don't know who any of you are.
Yeah, I don't know who you are either.
Hello.
You know, DM, out of session, is this the guy that got smashed?
You don't know.
That's
Okay.
that's what I was thinking too, and I was thinking the same fucking thing.
Yeah, the guy that got.
I was like,
freaking
he did wear black armor.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Does it matter?
I mean,
I just usually ask that to everyone, so.
I say
Smart.
we wouldn't ask matter to be fair.
Well, I'm no one that matters to you lot.
Okay,
I
bye.
matter to. Okay. Yeah,
I mean, if you don't want to talk, we're just gonna all right, see ya.
Yeah, we're just. Alright, see you.
Ship activate.
All right, take the ship. Let's
Yep.
do this.
Good. See you all. Well, you go-
See ya.
Bye bye, elephant.
Although,
man.
He
If
just
you're lonely, you're
waves.
welcome to come with.
He just
Join
waves
us
you
if you want.
off as the ship starts to take off the ground as you lot gather on the ship.
Okay, bye.
Where do you go?
Are we just
Back
like,
to the
You're
base.
just flying up above in the sky at this point in the war galleon. As you all start to kind of gather on the upper deck, I assume, figuring out what direction you want to go.
I mean, I guess back to base
Yeah.
makes sense.
Back to base.
Okay.
Needs to
Uh,
recuperate. Well, Tatrick needs to recuperate.
As you lot start
Berries.
heading back, suddenly the one of the crystals from the captain's quarters starts to glow, and a message across the entire ship is suddenly heard by all of you going, "So, this is Rylos. I found the dragon." And you suddenly hear a roar and scream as someone's lit on fire. Bad news is, I also found Maznod's kid. They were in the same place, it turns out. Really pissed off dragon decided to hunt your friend down. I kinda need help.
all right, where are you?
I don't know.
That doesn't can't come if we don't know where you are.
How do you not know scrying? What useless employers are you? Come on.
I'm a paladin.
You know, it's really hard for us to want to help you if you can't.
Maznod's son is in here too. That's who you hear being burnt alive in the background.
Well, keep him alive. What are you doing?
He is. What'd you say, Goji?
What useless slave does not know his own location?
My
Slay-
God.
You know what? I'm gonna let him die.
No, Gojo doesn't speak for people. Don't mind him.
Are you saying he's not people? That's kind of... Okay, listen, I'll deal with the racism later. There's a dragon about to eat me. Please tell me you have a plan.
Is it just that dragon?
I hope
What
so.
if you ask the ship to go to
Yeah.
our friend
Can you ask the
Rylos?
ship
Yeah.
to go to?
I'll yes, ask the ship to go towards Rylos.
As the ship just starts flying at speed, heading towards the ocean, it just starts to drop onto the water, and it starts to slowly go under, where you see an underwater mountain with a cave entrance, and that
You're
is where we're going to
underwater?
end today's session. We thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Daka, do you have any Daka thoughts for today?
I do.
All right.
Pretty sure Tatrick said fine. Fire giant ladies are hot. I like West. I'm the best party leader. I like to chill in the sun. I like running. I don't like people licking my hand. To the right, to the right, to the right, Cupid shuffle. Secret tunnels are my favorite. Tatrick does not know magic. Dark is sad. Wife gone. Regret.
King Gorilla.
Think
I
about the life.
alright. This has been the Daka Thought. We thank you all for watching. We will see you for next session when the party goes in to fight a silver dragon in its lair. Where the DM will fully have a planned dungeon run for this because he forgot to, as he didn't think we'd get that far today. Thank you all for watching. We will see you next time.